Care workers, nurses, teachers, parents, storytellers, and even trackers and hunters who have experienced sacred resonance in the doorways of time have learnt the art of evoking blessing. Such blessing has a starting point of intentionality, seeking above all else for the good of others. It is through this framework of heightened intentionality, connectedness, and presence that we experience being blessed, so that we may become a blessing, give a blessing. Willingly descending into death, Jesus takes up new life to be a blessing to all peoples and to all creation, across all the ages before Abraham was, into this now of my life, and into the final frontiers of space. This is the doorway of time in which we come to share in God's intentionality. We do not find origin by imitating earlier spiritual cultures, nor by committing our heart to the future, understood as the next stop in the temporal subway line. God is to be found in the here and now, standing right in the crosshairs of the intersection of timeless with time. I am the light shining in all things. I am the sum of everything. For from me everything has come, and towards me everything unfolds. Split a piece of wood, and there I am. Pick up a stone, and you will find me there. Yes, through the cosmic Christ, all of creation is blessed. Yet in the now of forgetfulness, how can we become a blessing, a faithful reminder of that original blessing? The purification of my intentionality and creating a pure and open heart begins by taking responsibility. Christ is the last victim and scapegoat. Now I take my responsibility for the world as it is. Now I let go of my wringing of hands at the iniquity of this world. Now I let go of all the grandstanding and purity codes that would judge others unworthy. Now I let go of all my victimhood, the graveyard of compassion and the garden of hate. Now I let go of all my pious complaints and the diversions I have created. Now I let go of my selfish need to control the narrative and my need to be the center of the story. Now, with Nehemiah, I confirm my connection, acknowledging that God is good, and so we cry out in travail. We have sinned, God, and it is our fault. We may have assumed Jesus, the Good Shepherd, was leading the flock to safety, but that's not really the case, is it? Instead, the shepherd arrives at the sheepfold and calls the sheep away from the safety of the walled-off pen, and they follow the shepherd, not to safety, but to the open wilderness, because that's where the shepherd is always to be found. The shepherd isn't in the sheepfold. The shepherd is beyond its boundaries, beyond the walls, beyond the place of safety and comfort, beyond the neat divisions of our dogmas. It's not just our image of the shepherd we've sanitized and airbrushed. We've done it to our text as well. We sheepishly say that Jesus simply brings out all his own from the sheep pen, but the original is so much more interesting. The verb used here is the exact same verb gospel writers use to describe the violent casting out of demons. The shepherd cast out his sheep from the safety of the pen. Suddenly, these sheep who have heard the shepherd's voice are quite literally the outcast. The good shepherd is not good because he fixes everything, but because he lays down his life for everyone, for those who fit in and for those who don't, for those who stay in the sheep pen and for those who are outcasts.